Guys, I'm actually so dumb. Anyways, I filmed the intro to this video and then I accidentally deleted it off the camera, so now I have to refilm this whole intro and I could probably get the video back, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm just gonna refilm this intro. But yeah, so welcome back to my channel. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm doing another reading vlog and this book is going to be the scum's feeling self-saving system. I just want to say that this title has so many S's, too many S's, and I forget what the title is multiple times, but I'm going to be reading this book and I'm going to be filming it because I've already read the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation and I've read Heaven's Official Blessing. My covers of the book are over here, which you probably can't see, but Heaven's Official Blessing so far is my favorite, and I found out about the book through the animation series and the Untamed, and I'm finally going to start reading the Scum's Feeling Self-Saving System because that is the last one in the Xianshu kind of universe that I have yet to read. I have actually read a bit of it, which in the next clip you'll see my thoughts on it. I'm really upset with myself that I deleted the intro. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So I'm back home from uni and it was a rainy day today. I did not want to go because I only had one class that was for 2 hours, but I went and I'm back home and here we are. But I did manage to read 8% of the Scum's Feeling Self-Saving System, and so far I'm really excited to read it. I actually really like it. It is not as confusing as the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation or Heaven's Official Blessing. I think with those books it started off really weird and they had a side quest before they actually went into the main plot, but with this book we're kind of straight into the plot, and because of that I think it's more enjoyable. My issue with Heaven's Official Blessing and the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation is that when you start reading it, you literally have no idea what's going on, and because of that I feel like some people don't like them because you have to read more into the series to kind of understand the plot and enjoy it. But the Scum's Self-Saving System, I'm really enjoying it so far. My understanding of the whole premise is that it's kind of those manhwa plots where the main character falls into the book and they are reincarnated into the villain or something like that, you know, and then they fall in love with the duke or the prince or someone who's always high in the hierarchy. In this book, our main character Shen Yuan, if I'm pronouncing the names wrong, I'm sorry, but he reads this book and he's very upset with the author's choice and the ending. I think he dies, which I didn't realize that he dies, but I noticed later on that he said that he was dead in real life, and I was like, oh. He basically gets reincarnated into the, I guess, the villain in the book, which is Shen Xin-chu, and the main protagonist of this book is Lao Bin-he, but I think this is kind of like a game because there's this whole voice speaking in his head and he has to change the plot. So I'm really interested to see how it goes, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really fun. It's obviously not as sad as the other books, but it has elements of cultivation and having magical power. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to read it. So I literally have not read anything since yesterday because I'm currently reading another book that I'm very much into, so I kind of want to finish it first before continuing on with the Scum's Feeling Self-Saving System. But I have an exciting unboxing that I kind of wanted to open with you guys. So ever since I got my Kindle, I've been wanting the Kindle holder and the remote. I don't know, all of a sudden I was like, okay, I'm gonna get it. Literally, I asked all my friends, my family, do you think it's a good idea to get this? Because the remote for some weird reason is $80 in Australia, whereas in America it's around $30, and I feel like that is something very wrong with that. How is that fair? But I bought it because I think it's an investment. It's something that I'm probably going to use for a really long time, and I finally have the parcel. I think Amazon shipping completely scares me because it comes very quickly, but I was so worried that it wasn't going to come, and then all of a sudden I got an email saying that it was delivered, yet nobody rang the doorbell. They just left it in front of the door, and I was like, oh, it kind of scared me, especially because I didn't see anyone come up and my room is in front of the street, but then again I wasn't really paying attention. So anyways, I'm gonna be opening this up and setting it up, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. In the middle of watching Inception for an assignment, and it's a pretty good movie. I've never watched it before, even though I feel like a lot of people talk about it. I just never watched it. But here are the two boxes. Literally they came in such a big box. and they're more boxes. But this is the stand, this is the remote. I'm gonna open the remote first and try it out, and hopefully it works, and then I'm gonna attach the lamp. I set up my Kindle and everything, which I'm very excited about. However, the remote, I actually still need to charge. So I can't use it straight away, which makes me kind of sad. But it's okay, I can charge it and it says it will last a really long time. Doing that, however, like I swear has made me so sweaty and I feel like it was a whole workout. I'm basically going to show the setup of my Kindle and what it basically looks like on my bed. I'm probably not going to get any reading done until tonight because unfortunately I still have a lot of things that I need to do. And tomorrow I am going on a little like road trip for a day. So my mind, I feel like, is just filled with all the assignments that I need to do and the fact that I'm very much not doing it and how stressed I am because of that. So this is basically what the setup is like. I have my good neck holder thing, whatever it's called, over here on my desk, and then I will have the remote, and then I can just read, sit comfortably on my bed. I like to read a lot on my bed, so this is perfect for me. So today we are going on a little road trip where we're going to see the autumn leaves, and I'm hoping to read a lot in the car. My goal is to reach 25% because that is, I think, the first volume, and then I will update you guys on my thoughts of the books. I'm probably not going to finish it all today, but we'll see. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 꿈속이 꿈일까? 깨도 똑같아. 아침부터 저녁까지 깊고 긴 꿈에 빠진 느낌이 더 풀어 내 맘이 하루에도 몇 번씩 lose it all for not with you trading anything make my dreams come true 잊어졌어 baby 그림처럼 다시 네가 거기 서 있던 날 스친 그날 이후로 모든 순간들이 너에게로 스며들어 난 요즘 everyday 널 떠올리기 전부터 널 떠올리고 내 그때마다 So I'm back from my little trip and I ended up finishing the first volume of the scum's villain self-saving system, and I actually really love the first volume, so I'm really excited to get into the rest of the book. I'm currently reading it on my Kindle stand with my remote, but basically the first volume we follow 𝐸𝐵𝐻 and how he kind of grows to become the character that 𝐛𝐨𝐮𝐬𝐢 basically it's about when he was still alive in his mortal body in their real world. And we are still at the beginning stages, but I kind of like how this book goes straight into the plot of the whole story. I know that this is Motion Tonshu's first book, which kind of shows because it's not as complicated as the others. As a beginner to the world, reading Heaven's Official Blessing and then the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation was super confusing because half the time I was like, what's going on? What is this storyline? And then we don't really get into the actual plot until the middle of the book, or sometimes even further. And I think people who are introduced to the series are gonna have a bit of a hard time getting into it. I remember with my sister when she was watching the Netflix show, she didn't like it and then I told her to keep watching, and then in the end she liked it. Yeah, it's very confusing, and I feel like that's why a lot of people don't exactly like the whole series. However, this book does go straight into the plot, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So if you are new to the whole 𝐸𝐻𝐻𝐸 books, I would recommend actually starting with this one because it's very simple. It definitely has like some gory scenes, some magic, some cultivation, but at the same time it's really funny and it's really cute so far. I think it's gonna get like worse in terms of the romance because I hear some things happen. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil it too much, but I'm just excited. Also, I looked at the covers on Goodreads and I'm like, do I need the physical copies of these books? Because the covers are so cute. You can really see the like transition of the characters and the relationship with the covers, which I think is so adorable. I'm currently reading volume 2 of the 𝐸𝐮𝐬𝐻𝐸 self-saving system, and I'm 43% into the overall book, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I think we are getting the miscommunication trope. So the two characters finally meet again. 𝐜𝐵𝐻𝐻 comes back and they meet, and I think the two characters think something different from what they actually are thinking. So they both think that the other character like dislikes them when that's not the truth, and because of that things happen. It gets very messy, but at the same time it's very funny and I'm really enjoying it so far. Like, I'm really into it right now to the point where I just kind of want to sit and read it, but unfortunately I have other stuff in life to do and I can't read it completely because Kind was telling me that I still have 8 hours to go and I do not have 8 hours of free time. But hopefully I will finish volume 2 and then I will start volume 3.
So I'm at uni right now and I'm half afraid that someone's gonna walk in any second, but I finished reading volume 2 of the 𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻 self-saving system, and I technically don't know anymore like what is volume 1, what is volume 2, what is volume 3, because I looked at volume 4 and apparently it's just extra scenes. So by the time volume 3 is like over, the story is over, which is shocking to me because Heaven's Official Blessing is literally 8 volumes long and the 𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻 self-saving system is so short. But as of now, I'm like really enjoying it and it's really good. Basically in volume 2 kind of explained a little of what the whole story is about, but we're kind of getting into the good parts and I'm really happy that it's happening a lot faster. It's kind of funny because I like watched a TikTok of how, because this book is in 𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐻's point of view, it's a lot more tame and a lot more like, I wouldn't say happy, but it's like kind of humorous, whereas if it was in 𝐵𝐻𝐻's point of view, it probably would have been a lot worse and a lot scarier. But I'm in the middle of reading volume 3, barely have read anything, and so far it's like really good. This story just has everything that I want in it. It's funny, it's not super gory, it's not very confusing. The relationship is like somewhat, I wouldn't say it's sweet because I haven't fully read the development of the relationships, but it's cute. And with the type of romantic relationships that I like reading, I really love the cold character and the sunny character, so I'm interested to see how the relationship is going to develop even further. But I'm so excited to read the rest of the book and I feel like I can finish it by the end of this week.
I have finished volume 3 of the 𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻 self-saving system, but first of all I want to show my pajamas because it's cat pajamas and they're so cute and I'm in love with them and I'm so happy to wear them. But to give a little review on my thoughts about the 𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻 self-saving system, because at this point the story is finished. Volume 4, as I mentioned, is just like the extra scene, but volume 3 wrapped up very well. It was very satisfying and I'm kind of surprised about how fast I read it. It was really good. There's a lot of action scenes. The romance is somewhat questionable, but I do really love all the characters. The last volume is where like all the action kind of happens, so everything just comes together overall as the plot, which I feel like always happens. The last couple chapters are always where everything happens, but I really love the characters in these books because they're all like so goofy in some sort of way. The person who is supposed to be the antagonist, who is not actually the antagonist, is really funny, and I don't know, it's just, I don't know whether I want to pity these characters or like put them in my pocket, especially the snake man. I can't forget what his name was, but he's just so cute, but at the same time I feel really bad for him. I just find it funny how 𝐛𝐨𝐮𝐬𝐢𝐬 half of the time in this whole entire book, he either gets stolen by someone else or he gets like transported into another place that he's not supposed to be in, and poor 𝐸 just has to chase after him. In terms of the romance, I feel like the romance is very questionable because 𝐸 is 14 in the beginning of volume 1, but by the end of volume 3 they are kind of the same age, I guess. But the way that he is described in front of 𝐛𝐨𝐮𝐭, I find it somewhat cute because I love the cold character who acts differently in front of the person that he loves, but at the same time I just feel like it's weird how he's very much described as a child who needs like pampering and who always cries. I will say though, 𝐸 is a very interesting writer at this point. I kind of trust her, but at the same time I'm very scared of what she has written and what she's writing. Anyways, I am going to read volume 4, which I'm hopefully going to finish today, and then I will end this video. It is currently nighttime and I have finally finished reading volume 4 of the scum's villain self-saving system, which means that I have finally finished reading the book as a whole. To talk more specifically about volume 4, since it's just extras, it kind of talks about past, I wouldn't say future, but more like the present of what occurs after volume 3, and we have different point of views from other characters. Some scenes I was very interested to read, others I was a bit bored, but overall I think it added a lot to the whole book because we learn more about different plots that we don't really know of because it's from a different character's point of view, and you just learn more about the characters and their backgrounds. It's pretty interesting. If you have never read any of these books, I will suggest reading the scum's villain self-saving system first because it is a lot more simple and easy to kind of understand compared to the rest of them. And I think it gives you a little taste and introduction to the type of books that 𝐸 write. But anyways, that is the end of this reading vlog. I had a lot of fun reading this book and I cannot wait to read more books that I hopefully will love. If you guys have any books that are similar to this book, please recommend because I would love to know. But I will see you guys next time. Bye! And good night if it is nighttime that you're watching this. I hope you have a good sleep schedule. It better be like 10 that you're going to sleep, not 3 a.m. in the morning because I know people like that.